Hey, it's Mike over at fishyourassoff.com, and we're still doing our how-to series on catching these various fish species. And today what we're doing is a tarpon, basically covering the best ways, in my opinion, to catch a tarpon. So we're going to go ahead and look at the chalkboard up here. And first of all, you got to figure out what your quarry likes. Well, tarpon like drop-offs. So if you're inshore fishing, intercoastal waterways, if you're down in the Everglades, wherever you are, you're looking for drop-offs. It could be, where it goes from shallow creek or river mouth, where it goes from shallow to deeper. That's a great place to find tarpon. They'll be sitting in there waiting for bait fish to come by. Same deal with canals. Tarpon don't mind fresh water. So they'll be up in the canals or spillways or anything like that, especially if they're letting out water from the spillways when it's been real rainy. Inlets, of course, same deal. They sit outside the inlet and wait for bait fish to come by so they can, just crush them. And if you want to fish off the beach or real close to the beach, so just offshore a little bit, all you have to do is find some bait pods. If the bait is moving through, chances are the tarpon are moving through too. I have seen tarpon almost beach themselves after glass minnows and things like that in the shallows. So they will come very close to shore, especially as the tide's coming in. So high tide, I've seen tarpon 2 feet away from where you're standing on the beach. So tarpon will come in real close, as long as there's something running up the beach. And as far as my favorite rigs to catch them, well, they love mullet, so you throw a mullet out there, nose hook, finger mullet, and there's tarpon around, they'll probably eat it. They love shrimp, same deal, except shrimp you can hook this way. You could also hook them through the horn if you want to, but this way seems to work best for me. You could even put shrimp under a float and, some sort of bobber, and they'll hit that as well. They love pinfish. A lot of people think pinfish, they think snook, but, that's my pinfish. But anyways, they love pinfish. So a pinfish under a bobber, forget about it. It's such a great one to do. The pinfish is always going to try to swim down and fight that, so it puts out a lot of vibrations for the tarpon to find. I'll tell you, God's honest truth, though, is I catch most of my tarpon on dead bait. They're scavengers. Just they're predators too, but predators scavenge. So a nice big chunk of mullet on the bottom. If there's tarpon around and they can beat the sharks to it, you'll probably catch a tarpon. Ladyfish are their cousins. They're in the same family. They love eating their cousins. So if you can find a ladyfish, that's probably the best cut bait for tarpon in my opinion. And the same with the pinfish. They'll still hit a chunk of pinfish on the bottom too. They'll slurp it right up. I like to put some slices in the sides to make it, a lot of smell, be out there in the water. They'll hit artificial baits too. It's not like I'm saying they won't hit a lure, but it just seems to me like you'll catch a lot more bait with something that smells when it comes to a lot of these fish. So that's why in these how-to sessions I usually don't cover lure fishing very much, just because if there's mullet to match the hatch, so you're going to have a mullet type lure that you're going to use. So that's why I really don't cover that. But if you want to catch a tarpon, these are probably the best ways, at least in my opinion, to do that. You can find out more of this information too. If you just go to www.fishyourassoff.com, we have a how-to section, and it shows you each species, and how to target that species and catch that species. We have a how-to section, a where-to section, a what-to section. There's videos on there. You should check out the website if you want to learn more about catching fish in Florida, because it covers a lot. I'm a little biased because I made it, but it really will. Probably help you a lot. But that's it for today. So I hope you learned something. I hope you liked it, and I hope you catch a lot more fish. So until next time, signing off here. Bye-bye.